Picture this, a 333-meter floating city glowing with the light of thousands of LEDs. Its centerpiece, a shimmering dragon sculpture stretching 12 meters across an open-air promenade. While below deck, cabins and corridors unfold like a curated gallery of Asian-inspired art. This isn't a fantasy, it's MSC World Asia, the newest and arguably most visually spectacular ship in MSC Cruises World Class fleet, set to make waves starting December 2026. If you've ever dreamed of a cruise that feels less like transportation and more like stepping into a living work of art, this ship was built with you in mind. Following in the wake of MSC World Europa and MSC World America, MSC World Asia is the third vessel in this ambitious trio, and by most accounts, it's designed to be the showstopper. True to its name, the ship's decor draws deeply from the cultures, art, and landscapes of Asia, wrapping guests in a sense of place from the moment they step aboard. The signature world-class silhouette remains, a plumb bow rising sharply from the waterline and the now iconic Y-shaped aft structure that opens onto a breezy outdoor promenade. Construction of the ship took roughly 2.5 years. Steel cutting began on April 9, 2024. The keel was laid on March 27, 2025, and the vessel carried a build cost of around 1.125 billion euros, approximately 1.255 billion US dollars. At 215,863 gross tons, with capacity for 6,758 passengers and 2,142 crew members across 2,582 cabins, 65% of which include balconies, this is a ship built on a genuinely massive scale. Yet scale never comes at the expense of soul here. The showpiece dragon sculpture on the World Promenade is joined by art-filled corridors and staterooms designed to delight at every turn, plus a striking water droplet-inspired installation suspended above the indoor pool. Onboard life is just as ambitious as the design. Adults seeking a quieter, more elevated experience can retreat to the exclusive MSC Yacht Club, a ship within a ship sanctuary of privacy and refinement. Families, meanwhile, get their own dedicated harbor zone, complete with expanded kids clubs and youth entertainment. Teens haven't been forgotten either. The ship features Lego-themed rooms, an MSC Formula Racer simulator, and Yuna, an AI-powered avatar who hosts K-pop parties and roller dance nights designed specifically for younger cruisers. Add in a spa and fitness center, 7 swimming pools, 13 whirlpool tubs, and more than 40 bars, lounges, and restaurants spanning 2 entirely new dining concepts, and it's clear MSC World Asia was engineered to keep every generation entertained. Sustainability plays a quiet but important role too. Like its world-class siblings, the ship runs on liquefied natural gas and is equipped for cold ironing, letting it plug into shore power and cut emissions while docked. An advanced wastewater treatment system, onboard recycling plant, and next-generation propulsion pods designed to reduce underwater noise round out its environmental credentials, proof that spectacle and responsibility can coexist. Rather than heading straight for Asian waters, the ship will make its debut much closer to home for European and North American travelers, launching in the Western Mediterranean. The maiden voyage departs on December 4, 2026, with a 7-day itinerary calling at Barcelona, Spain, Marseille, France, Valletta, Malta, and Genoa, Italy. From there, the ship will operate 7-night winter 2026-27 season cruises, rotating through 6 home ports: Barcelona, Marseille, Genoa, Civitavecchia, Rome, Messina, and Valletta, with embarkation available at every port for maximum flexibility. That means whether you're flying into Spain, France, or Italy, there's a convenient starting point for your voyage. Come summer 2027, the itinerary shifts slightly, adding Naples to the port rotation alongside the returning favorites of Barcelona, Marseille, Genoa, Messina, and Valletta. This blend of ports means guests can sample Catalan culture in Barcelona, French coastal charm in Marseille, Italian history across Genoa, Civitavecchia, gateway to Rome, and Messina, and the fortress island beauty of Valletta, all without ever needing a long-haul flight. CEO Gianni Onorato explained the reasoning behind this Mediterranean-first strategy. noting that the region remains MSC's most popular and that World Asia will give guests even more choice of embarkation ports and itineraries for their winter escapes or summer holidays. As for pricing, expect fares starting around $1,500 per person for a 7-night Mediterranean sailing, a remarkably accessible price point given the ship's scale and ambition, making MSC World Asia one of the more attainable megaships on the market, despite its jaw-dropping design.